I'm just kidding. I psych. Last week I did a whole I did a whole intro completely muted and I was proper into that intro as well. So much so that I didn't catch uh the whole chat popping off telling me that it was muted. But no, I just thought I'd trick you guys this week. Hello, my friends, Gary Girls and fellow poets. Welcome back to Conversing with Poets. Hello, Mark. Hello, Chris. Hello, Mythical Meter. Hello, Raven. Hello, Jeff. Hello, class. Nightbot. Hello, Nightbot. Hello, Dalgal, and unfortunately, Dimitri can't make it tonight, but that's okay. Hello, Dimitri, in playback if you're watching. Hello, Imalzi. Hello, Imalzi. Welcome to the live stream. Hello, everyone watching playback. Hello, everyone here. We have 11 people watching and only 6 likes. So if you haven't hit that like button, oh, someone just did. It went up to 7. If you haven't hit that like button, please make sure you hit that like button. Fair warning tonight, guys. I'm extremely tired. I'm extremely tired, like borderline delirium tired. But it's gonna be a good stream. It's gonna be a good stream. I got a little something next to me. Uh, I haven't bound it yet, so I haven't got the poetry in here, but I do have the poetry um on my phone next to me. So I'm gonna read a couple of poems from Paws and Wings, and then I will share the link for you guys to grab the pre-order. I'll start shipping them probably next week, as in the week we're about to enter tomorrow. I don't know what point, but probably around Wednesday time I'll start shipping them. Um, like fungal matter, the first 5 are signed and wax stamped, but unlike fungal matter, there are only going to be 10 copies of these. Fungal matter had 15. There are 15 copies of fungal matter. This one is only going to have 10. So make sure you grab them if you can. If you can, make sure you grab them. You're a busy boy, Adam. I am indeed, and I'm losing my voice as well. Um, so if it sounds really dodgy on microphone, I'm sorry. It's very sore and raspy from shouting yesterday. So yeah. But hello, poets. What have you guys been up to um this week and this weekend? Good evening, Mitchell Malone, the man who took my voice. Mitchell Malone is in the house. Hello. Good evening, Mitchell Malone. Welcome to the live stream. Check out that subscribe account as well, guys. Thank you so much for hitting subscribe. If you're a poet and you want a YouTube channel centered around all things poetry with different types of videos, then this is the right channel for you. So hit that subscribe button. Just don't go streaking through the house like my overly exhausted spouse. Nice. Did early this morning. Okay, well, I'll try not to do that, but I can't make any promises. I can't make any promises. I got my nice blanket here because the wind the weather is turning. How did the event go? It was good, but as you can hear, I don't have a voice anymore. Um, but it was good. It was good. Sorry about that, mate. No, you're all right. You're good. You're good. As long as you could at least hear me. Well, I wouldn't blame you if you didn't, because in the zone, right? In the zone. Um, yeah. So how was everyone's week and weekend? Exhibitionist. Yeah. Well, as I say, I've got the blanket behind me, so if somehow my clothes disappeared, I could wrap myself up in a blanket. I don't know what I'm talking about. You guys are encouraging the the sleep deprived delirium. Crazy. Bad behavior. I'm a good boy. I'm a good boy. So, while you guys are telling me how your week has been, I'm going to talk about what I put in the chat, which is poets are no longer the ugly sister or the ugly cousins of the art world. For a few streams now, I've mentioned a clip by C.A. Conrad on his Instagram. It shouldn't be too hard to find. He was doing a speech at the National Poetry Library here in London, and he was talking about how he was tired of poets being thought of as like the ugly cousins or the ugly sisters. I can't remember what he said exactly, of the art world, and like how he would be or how they would be invited to like talk at art exhibition openings and gallery openings, right? And they would always say, um, no, unless they're part of the exhibition itself, uh, because uh, poets are thought of as the ugly cousins of the art world. Uh, and so I came across this article today. Let me open it up on my phone. Let me open it up on my phone. Northumberland tree stump set for poetry performance. And you can find this at the hexham-corrent.co.uk. A poet is set to perform at the site of the sycamore gap tree on the first anniversary of its felling. So um, I don't know if this made international news. It was certainly massive UK news. Some pillock, decided to cut down the sycamore gap tree. We don't know who it was. We don't know why they did it. There's lots of speculation. But alas, the sycamore gap tree, which is like a huge sort of like natural landmark, I guess, along Hadrian's Wall, was cut down. And so it says Kate Fox will read her poems dedicated to the tree, its legacy, and its future at the tree stump at Hadrian's Wall on Saturday, September 28, 2024. Her poems are now published in a book titled On Sycamore Gap, which marks the anniversary of the tree's felling. So that was the article that caught my attention. And essentially, a poet is going to be giving a reading and a performance uh, to mark the anniversary of the felling of the sycamore gap tree. And I just thought it would be nice to talk about for a little bit. Um, Hang on. I don't know what's going on in the chat. I saw something about offense and now I'm panicking. Thank you for the support yesterday. Adam mentioned you last night. Our mythical meter. That enrages me. We all know the ugly ducklings are horror writers. My brain isn't catching up. What is that in reference to, Raven? The ugly ducklings are horror writers. Is that the stepsister thing that C.A. Conrad said? I'm not sure if I should take offense there, Raven. I think that's okay. I panicked for a little bit, but I don't think that's serious. If it is serious, then I need to step in, but hopefully we're okay. Reminds me of whomever it was that knocked down a balanced boulder here in the western US. Yeah. Yeah, so this tree was like, I don't know how old. I mean, I don't know how old. It was a really old tree. It was a very beloved tree here in the UK. It was the tree in the Robin Hood film, I think with Morgan Freeman. I forget who actually played Robin Hood. Is it Kevin Costner? Um, but yeah, it was a big deal. The whole country was pretty outraged about it. We're just poking fun. Okay, good. My brain is like on 30%, so yeah. Um, but the reason I brought that to our attention because I just thought it was nice that a poet will be sort of uh, is commemorating the right word? Will be sort of a poet will be dedicating an evening to the uh, Sycamore Gap tree, which I thought was big. I don't know. I haven't looked into it too much. I don't know if there's going to be a whole thing with like musicians and actors and stuff. But if there is, we're just going to pretend that they're not. okay? Because this is the poet's moment. This is the poet's moment, and it's only a poet who is who is doing the big event, nobody else. Um, so I just thought I would throw that to you guys and see what kind of discussion that sparks, because as I say, I think it's just nice that a poet has been asked to do something for it. And it kind of just leans into the fact that poetry is still on the up. It may have slowed down a little bit, but it is still on the up in terms of pop culture, and I think that warms my heart. I know that warms my heart, and I think that's something that we should be excited about. So, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Well, when I was in high school, I wrote horror stories, and everyone else was writing about cute bunnies and ducks. I was told I would never be a writer from the teacher. I think I remember you saying that once before, and I remember being outraged about it. So, that teacher. You need a caffeine channel sponsor. Yes. I've been looking at that actually. I have been looking at that. By the way, I was told that our last stream didn't hit 31 likes. It hit 32 likes. It hit 32 just as I was signing off. Um, so that's huge. It's going to take us a while to break that, and that's okay. That's okay. But last week's stream was monumental for the channel. And if you're watching this, um, in playback, and if you're watching live as well, of course, uh, and you want to help the channel, honestly, guys, hitting like, leaving a comment, but especially hitting like and subscribe is going to do so much to help the channel. If you can't become a channel member, that is the next best thing. If some may even argue that is the best thing, because the more likes our videos get, the more I can go to potential sponsors and be like, yeah, the average like ratio on our videos is like, boom. So thank you so much for helping us hit 32 likes last week. Uh, Hence, I was the ugly duckling in class. I see what you're saying now, but I'm not agreeing. I'm not agreeing that you was, but I see what you're saying now. You were the cool kid in class, let's be honest. I know the feeling, Raven. I wrote so many serial killer stories. I love that. And even yesterday wrote a poem one too. Nice. I am mad at George R. R. Martin at the moment. Who isn't? Let's be honest, who isn't at the moment? He has been working on that next novel too dang long. Yes. Soon enough, poets will be the new rock stars, Adam. Yeah. Poets used to be the rock stars of the age. Poets used to be the rock stars of the age. Um, I think, yeah, I think poets. It's nice to see that poetry is still on the up tick, maybe, if that's the right phrase. Do you have a breakdown of what a channel member gives? I don't to hand. I don't to hand. But if you open up a new tab or do this after the stream, go to my channel, just underneath my profile picture and the cover photo and yada yada yada. There should be, you should see like something like videos, uh, live podcasts, and if you keep going along, eventually you'll get to membership, and it should give you a breakdown of everything. Um, but you get exclusive videos every week. I know that much. And you get the use of these cool emojis that I'm going to put in the chat for you. You get exclusive content, exclusive emojis. You get a little Gary Goyle next to your name, and you also get a credit at the end of every video. Who is your favorite modern poet? Hello, Mayank. Who is my favorite modern poet? Oh, there's some good ones. I'll give you my top three. I'll give you my top three at the moment. It could change tomorrow. If you ask me tomorrow, it could change. Uh, John Cooper Clarke, Carol Ann Duffy, and Luke Wright, I think. Hopping in for the like, I'm in a workshop on sentimentality, character, and health of your poem. Nice. Nice, Dorian. I'm glad that you're being a bad student and not concentrating and watching the stream instead. Uh, but yeah, no worries, Dorian. Thank you for popping in and hitting that like button. I appreciate it. History does always repeat itself, so does fashion. And right now, 90s fashion is starting to crop up in places and it's freaking me out because it's like, hey, I used to wear that as a kid and a teenager. Hello, Dalen. Welcome, welcome back. Welcome, welcome back. Okay, so no pressure. No pressure, but there are 12 people watching this stream right now, and there are only 10 of these. So if everyone watching the stream right now wanted to get a copy of these, 2 people will be disappointed, which makes me feel bad. Which makes me feel bad. Yeah, Luke Wright supports him a lot, Chris. In Salford? Oh, you saw it in Salford. Yeah, well, he is the Salford Bard, right? That's really cool that you got to see him in Salford, actually. That is really cool. Okay, so I'm going to hit you with the link, right? You can't buy it just yet because I've got it as sold out. I'm going to hit you with the link for Paws and Wings. You're going to, if you want it, you can open it up in a tab. Then I'm going to read 3 poems from the chat book. And then I'm going to make it live on my phone. And it will be, unfortunately, it will be first come, first serve. First 5 signed and wax sealed. There won't be any, there's no like original artwork in this chat book. I made that mistake. Although I think it's a really awesome feature of the chat book to have like original drawings in there. It like drank printer ink. It just drank it. And it kind of like massively ate into the budget of the chat book. So there are no original pieces of art in this one. I'm not saying I'll never do it again because I do really like the idea of it. But for now, this one. So a quick bit of backstory. I'm not in the chat at the moment because I'm just getting this link for you guys. But a bit of a backstory. I originally wanted to write a chat book on a completely different theme, and this theme I've had in my head since before releasing Fungal Matter. And I even started dropping subtle hints on my Instagram stories about the theme. And then I was going to be like, and here's the chat book. Can you connect the dots now? But then I was away at promoting Passion, which is when I thought I'd get it done, and I got so sort of uh, uh, swept up and just loved being in the atmosphere of it all that I didn't do any writing, which is fine. Like, and then Poco Chatmo came along, and then I randomly had a bit of a spark of inspiration for one poem, and I thought, okay, well, why don't I just follow this for now during Poco Chatmo? So that's all I'm going to say on that. Um, and there is the link. There is the link. I just put the link in the chat box that goes straight to Paws and Wings on my website. I met a painter I'm working on a book with. Nice. That's so cool, Jeff. I do commentary. I must say poetry is back. What is commentary, Mr. CJ? Um, CJ's talk. What is commentary? Um, so I'm just gonna give you guys. Oh, there's 15 people watching, and if oh, I feel bad. If everyone watching wants Paws and Wings, there are gonna be 5 people disappointed. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry if you don't catch a copy this time round. Uh, assuming that everyone here is here because they want a copy of Paws and Wings. So, I've shared the link. It will be first come, first serve. Comedic poetry. Oh, maybe. Commentary. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, so this is the poem that I kind of that inspired the whole chapbook. This is the poem that I thought I want to write this poem, and then I decided to explore further with the theme of it. Yeah, it is been growing a lot in Chicago. Nice. I like the sound of that. I'm gonna have to check that out. Commentary. Okay. The mouse that was always there, and I apologize if this sounds crap because of my voice. The mouse that was always there. In the quiet corners of a dim lit room, A small, soft shadow slips with care through creaks and whispers, past the gloom. There moves the mouse that's always there. She weaves her path through others' needs. With tiny paws she bears the weight of countless burdens, endless deeds, a silent friend in every state. When night descends beneath the stars, she steals away to the old worn barn, where hay and beams hold all her scars, and dreams are whispered from afar. And though the world may never see the quiet strength she seems to wear, her light endures, a legacy, the mouse who's always, always there. And that is the mouse that was always there. Uh, okay. So that's the first poem. I'll read two more and then I'll make it live. The Owl and Her Nest. Upon the midnight branch she keeps her post, an owl with eyes that pierce the velvet night. Her wings enfold the one she loves the most, a mother's heart both fierce and full of light. No storm or shadow dares to reach her nest, her silent strength a shield against the dark. In every gust her feathers hold the best, her love, a flame, defies the fading spark. The world may spin with chaos down below, but high above she watches ever near. No threat can pass where gentle breezes blow, her vigil steadfast, free from doubt or fear. For in her care the fragile young shall grow, protected by the owl's enduring glow. The Owl and Her Nest. Um, and then, and then, uh, which one shall I read? Oh, thank you, Raven. Thank you, thank you. Uh, I see that Mark's put a chat in. I will get to that in a second. The Fox in Scarlet, I guess. Why not? Beneath the amber sky she moves with grace, the reddest fox you ever dared to see. Her tail a flame, her eyes a mystery. She dances through the woods, a fleeting trace. So beautiful she owns the untamed space, her laughter sharp like winds upon the lea. Yet underneath the mask, a heart set free from cunning games, there hides a troubled face. For though she plays the part of wild and bold, the world has scarred her, left her fur undone, and in the moonlight's glow her truth unfolds. She's not unlike the rest who have had to run. A fox with broken dreams she cannot hold, her pain as silent as the setting sun. The Fox in Scarlet. Okay, I'm on the Wix owner's app. I'm on my website because Lord knows I have a few of those websites. Store products. Thank you guys. Paws and Wings. Okay, are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Okay. Down to track inventory. Turn on quantity 10 and 3, 2, 1, save. So that should now be live on the website if you want to grab a copy of Paws and Wings, first 5 signed and wax sealed. And there are only 10 limited copies. That's it. Because they're DIY chapbooks, so there are only 10. There won't be any more. There won't be like an endless print run like your regular poetry collections that you can just grab off Amazon. So Thank you so much. If you'd like to get a copy, if you can't right now, that's okay. I don't hate you for it. Don't worry. It's all good. So that is that is the big that is the main part of the stream, I guess. Um, we can go back to the sycamore tree. I'll give it a few seconds. I'll give it a minute or two for people to grab Paws and Wings. I know there was at least two people like super excited to grab a copy, so I know that there are at least two people that are grabbing a copy right now. So I'll give them a couple minutes to do that. But let me catch up on the chat because I did say that Mark put something in here. One boon poetry has had is this YouTube, Vine, TikTok lifestyle where people just want that quick media hit. I have been going to the cinema every week lately, and at best, it is only ever. There's the first. Someone has just got 1 of 10. Someone has just secured number one, the first copy of Paws and Wings. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Um, I have been going to the cinema every week lately, and at best, it is only ever a third full. That's such a shame. Oh, oh, there's another one. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Um, yes, yes, yes. That's a shame. That's a shame. I go, oh, there's another one. That's three. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Um, what was we saying? Yeah, that's a shame. I go to the cinema. So when I go to the cinema, I love going at like 11 o'clock at night, sometimes even past midnight, where the town is super dead. Oh, there's another one. The town center is like a ghost town. There's no one around. The cinema's so quiet. Uh, I don't have to queue for hot dogs and ice cream and stuff. So I guess I don't really notice, but unfortunately it doesn't surprise me. Hollywood is struggling right now, but you know, in my personal opinion, it's like they're not coming up with any more original ideas. It's just like remakes or just sequels and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, as I say, if you're watching this stream for the first time or you've just discovered the channel, then please do hit subscribe because it's a channel just centered around poetry. Lots of different styles of videos. I tried to make content for everyone that's based around poetry, so hopefully you'll find something that you like. The link says sold out. That's yes, so that was during just before making it live because I wanted to make it fair for everyone. I wanted to count it down to everyone and give you guys the best opportunity because you're here week in, week out, always supporting me, and I love you guys for it. I really do. I got mine. Thank you, Jeff. I got mine too. Thank you, Raven. They are putting out crap movies lately. I don't disagree. Can I get it in India? Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I ship international. That's fine. Yeah, yeah. Definitely, definitely can. I've shipped to India before. Uh, Hello, Dazzle in the Dark. Welcome back to Conversing with Poets. We are just about to turn our attention back to the Sycamore Tree Gap poetry reading event thing, um, but less specifically just poets being invited to do big ceremonies and stuff. And I don't know about where you guys are in the world, but I have noticed that poets are, or at least poems are cropping up a lot more in like adverts and stuff. Uh, so it's really great to see that that poetry is just like cropping up in little little bit over here, a little bit over here, a little bit here, which is great for us. Really great for us as poets. It's lovely to see. It's really lovely to see. And you know what? During this like journey with the laureateship, like I'm so busy with it in the best way possible. It's just so nice to see how many people are like crying out for poetry stuff. So guys, if you ever feel inspired to, please be encouraged. Oh, there goes another copy. Thank you so much, guys. If you guys ever feel inspired to host like little poetry workshops or events in your town or wherever you are, I think the world is crying out for it. I mean, don't you please do your own research before like investing or doing anything crazy. Just because Adam Gary Poetry on YouTube said like the world is crying out for poetry events, please make sure you do your due diligence before doing anything. But feel encouraged to look into it, is what I'm saying. You need to put the link in the chat again. Oh shit! Sorry guys. Sorry. Let me do that for you. I'm sorry guys. I apologize. There you go, guys. My bad. Let me just check where things are. Oh, half of them, and you've sold out fungal matter. You guys are the best. So there was two copies of fungal matter. There was two copies of fungal matter that I took away from Etsy because Etsy, unless I mean, not to put you guys off, maybe you'll have better luck with it, but Etsy, there was two copies on my Etsy store since release, obviously, and every month they charge you just to have them up on Etsy, which I think is wrong. Fair enough, take a commission once you've made the sale, but don't charge to actually have it up in your store. That's crazy. So I put them on my website, but they're out of stock now. You guys have just bought both of them, and there are only 5 left in stock for Paws and Wings, which means signed copies and wax sealed copies are no longer available. Any purchases after now won't be signed or wax sealed. So thank you so much, guys, for getting those first 5 copies in so quickly. I appreciate you all. I love you so much. A lot of people are moving away from Etsy. I can't say I don't see why. It's not great. Also, let's not forget the whole fiasco I had when I first signed up about scams and stuff like that. It's riddled with scammers. So that was me under another name. Hopefully I'm part of the first 5. You absolutely are. Yep. Yep, there are 5 copies left. There are 5 copies left, which won't be signed or wax sealed, I'm sorry to say. Unless you bump into me somewhere. If you bump into me somewhere, then obviously I'll sign it if you so happen to have it on you. But they won't be wax sealed. But yeah, well done. Congrats, class, because I know you really wanted to grab a signed copy and a wax stamped ones, which you have done. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. A lot of poetry and anime now, too. I was talking to someone about this. Who was I talking to? Oh, man. I was talking to someone and they said like haikus. There are a lot of haikus cropping up in one of the animes. Was it you, Raven? Did we have this conversation? No, I feel like it was a conversation I had in person. But someone was mentioning how poetry is cropping up in anime a lot right now. Mhm. Hey Adam and everyone watching. Sorry I'm late. I seem to have taken one for the team and caught a cold from last night. Oh no, Danny, that's not good. That's not good. I have a sore throat, but that's just from shouting. No, not me. Okay, I definitely had that conversation with someone. I look forward to the PCMO conversation of print on demand services. Oh, Poco Chatmo services towards the end of September. I have a date for that. Me and Herb set a date for that. That's a good point. I can come on to that now. I've been learning on the need for different formats for both print on demand and ebook formats. Oh, Mark, let me tell you, ebook formatting for poetry books is disgusting. Thank you so much for these hearts. Trying to format a poetry book for ebook, unless things have changed, is such a headache. It's unbelievable. But we'll discuss it for sure. So, for those of you who don't know, um, over on the Poetry Cove, thepoetrycove.com/forum, scroll down to Poco Chatmo. We are now 2 weeks into a challenge where we're all putting individual chat books like this one together. As I say, this was inspired by Poco Chatmo. And at the end of the month, in fact, I will tell you exactly when it is because me and Herb settled on a date. It's going to be September. I feel like me and Herb definitely settled on a date and I've forgotten it. I feel like we settled on 21st, but I'm gonna have to reconfirm that with Herb. I think we settled on next Saturday. We're gonna do a workshop on how to publish a poetry chapbook. I'm gonna be talking about DIY chapbooks, and Herb is going to be talking about the more traditional, more professional route of publishing. That's going to be, I think, on the 21st or the 28th. I think 21st, because then that gives us a week while we're still putting our chapbooks together, but at least now we have the mindset of actually putting a chapbook together. So again, thepoetrycove.com/forum. Scroll down to Poco Chat Mo. It's not too late to join us. We are 2 weeks in. We've still got 2 weeks to go. There's a great group of people on there, great group of poets. Raven is one of them. Mark is one of them. Herb is obviously one of them. And they're writing some really great poems. Yeah, it's not too late to take part. You don't need a like a bronze membership or anything like that. You just need a free account. As I say, we talked about, I thought it was, yeah, September 21st. We're going to do September 21st because then that gives you a week of still writing poems, but also writing and figuring out how it fits into whatever chapbook you are planning. So it's going to be September 21st. I'll put that in the forum tomorrow along with a prompt. I won't forget the prompt this time. I read somewhere that they absolutely are. That's true. They are releasing a book of Tolkien's poetry. Yes, that's true. But it's super expensive. I'm pretty sure I looked at it and it was like £60, but it is Tolkien, so it's probably going to be worth it. Uh, Nightbot, Nightbot, Nightbot. I had a sore throat like halfway through that didn't leave today or get better, and now I have a head and earache, weak as anything, stuffy nose or sore throat still. Right, as I go back to work. I'm sorry, Danny. I'm sorry. Um, Thankfully I don't have a headache. I'm just super tired and just was shouting so much. Um, but I'm sorry you're feeling ill. Just rest, just wrap up warm, grab a blanket. I'm sorry. I hope everyone else is in better health this week, though. Sending sanitized hugs to you all. Right back at you, Danny. Sorry to hear, Danny. I hope you feel better soon. It will be worth the money. Yeah, it will be worth the money. In fact, let me just Google it right now. Let me Google that right now. I can come off the sycamore tree article and put in Tolkien poetry. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised it's taken this long to get a book of Tolkien poetry, but I'm glad it's here. And oh my god, it looks beautiful. Holy shit, it looks beautiful. Oh, it's available on Amazon for £70. Let's have a look. Oh, wow. Someone's reviewed it already? When did it come? Wait, is it out? I thought they had just I can get it by tomorrow. It does look beautiful, guys. Look at that. Like that's something you have on your shelves with pride. Edited by Christina Skoll and Wayne G. Hammond. Oh, it's HarperCollins. Yeah. It has, at least in the UK, on the UK Amazon, it has one review of 4 stars. Have they written a review? Okay, they have. An illuminating anthology of some of Tolkien's shorter poems. J.R.R. Tolkien's ambition to be a poet was never as consuming as his friend C.S. Lewis's, but versification played a significant part in his writing from his early manhood to his old age. Hundreds of his poems are already well known to his fans from their appearance in The Hobbit, The Lord of the Rings, The Adventures of Tom Bombadil, and the stream of volumes that were put together by Christopher Tolkien. So this was my original hesitation with these is like how much of it is original Tolkien's words, how much of it is Christopher, and stuff like that. That was my original hesitation. And others after his death, including the Lays of Beleriand, the Legend of Sigurd and Gudrun, the Fall of Arthur, and the Lay of Aotru and Itrun. I guess they're elves. That looks elvish. Could be wrong. This new anthology reprints a selection of these familiar pieces and supplements them with many now made available to hobbitomanes to hobbitomanes for the very first time. Is hobbitomanes like Lord of the Rings fans? I prefer Gary Goyles. I think we got a better name. We got a better name than Tolkien fans, I think. Hobbitomanes for the very first time. Oh, this is a long review. Wayne Hammond and Christina Skoll warn us that substantial though their collection is, they haven't included every unpublished poem by Tolkien that their researchers have unearthed. In particular, they've omitted many that Tolkien wrote in languages other than modern English. Their main objective seems to have been to treat those poems that they have chosen to include as thoroughly as possible. So they give us numerous variant readings. Okay, this bit's lost me. And an enormous number of explanatory notes that reflect the unrivaled breadth and depth of their Tolkien expertise. Their 3-volume Tolkien companion is a feat of scholarship, scarcely less astonishing than Christopher Tolkien's History of Middle-earth. Okay, but where's the review? This is just like talking about. Okay. Books are beautifully designed and printed, although not to the standard of HarperCollins deluxe Tolkien editions. Interior illustrations are limited to 7 photographs. Okay. Okay, there is much in Tolkien's poetry that is good, occasionally superb, and the whole is consistently interesting, if sometimes puzzling. Certainly no fan of Tolkien's can afford to ignore the poetic strand in this output. This set would have been even better, I think, if it had sacrificed some of its editorial apparatus in order to make room for a few of the poems that it has left out. Okay, I won't keep going. It goes on for a while. Uh, Let me catch up on the chat. It will be worth every penny. I added that completely. It will be worth the money, not every penny. I don't know where I got that from. John Dorsey just put a new book out. I want to get it. Nice. It's on pre-sale in Canada. Interesting. Why is it on pre-sale in Canada and not on sale? That's interesting. $105 on the US Amazon. It looks like a beautiful collection, but it sounds like if you're a huge Tolkien fan, I don't know. It sounds like you might have already been exposed to the majority of the poems in there. I thought they were like all unreleased, unpublished poems. Doesn't release until September 17th. That's weird. I can get it next. Well, maybe because it's UK, right? Because he was English, I guess. But I can get it delivered tomorrow. Yeah, free delivery. I have Prime. Oh, it's 23%. Oh, it's 23% off, so I can get it for £69.55, but its recommended retail price is £90. Although I think I did, well, I know, I don't think, I know absolutely that I did a series some years ago now, I think. I did like a top 10 musicians I'd love a poetry collection from, and top 10 actors I'd love a poetry collection from. I want to hear from you guys. Who are the top 10, let's just say top 10 public figures, not celebrities, I don't like that word, but top 10 public figures, musicians, actors, philosophers, anyone really. Uh, who are the top 10 public figures you guys want a poetry collection from? Should we stay away from authors? No, we won't stay away from authors, including just like fiction writers as well, and even non-fiction writers. Are there any public figure you'd like a poetry collection from? I'm keen to know. Excuse me. The only one that comes to mind would be Sam Neill. But now that you mention writers, maybe Jeffrey Archer. Okay, okay. I'm not familiar with. Let me Google these people because I'm not familiar with these names. So Sam Neill. Let's start with Sam Neill. Um, Sam Neill. Okay, New Zealand actor. Oh, okay, okay. Hey, I know that face. Oh, of course. Jurassic Park. Interesting. Interesting. And who was the other one? Jeffrey Archer. Jeffrey Archer. Member of Parliament. Do I know that face? I'm not sure. Cain and Abel. Best kept secret. Okay, he's got quite a output. Goodreads Choice Awards. I didn't know they did that. Keith Richards. Yes, there you go. Keith Richards. Yes, and along the same vein, Tom Waits. I feel like Tom Waits writes poetry. Feel like there's got to be some Tom Waits poetry out there. I think I even included Tom Waits in my video. Tom Waits poem. Okay, it's a reads The Laughing Heart. Tom Waits poems, modern award winning. See, poems about Tom Waits. Oh, oh. Oh, mythical meter. We've got read Tom Waits's new poem to Keith Richards. I have Jim Morrison and John Lennon's poetry book. I didn't know John Lennon had a poetry book. I didn't know John Lennon had a poetry book. I'm gonna have to look into that. I knew that Tom Waits would write poetry. There's no way. Okay, cool. Do you guys want me to read Tom Waits' poem to Keith Richards? Do you guys want me to do that? I kind of got a raspy voice like Tom Waits right now. Mm. Sorry if that was on mic. Yes, okay. All right, I'm going to read this poem for you guys. So, read Tom Waits' new poem to Keith Richards. The big 80 is here. Slap it in the face and wake it up. Tom Waits has written a new poem to mark Keith Richards' 80th birthday. This was last year, called Burnt Toast to Keith. The poem appears in the January 2024 edition of Uncut, which is in UK shops now. Blah, blah, blah. Waits and Richards have worked together several times over the years on Rain Dogs and Bad As Me, Bone Machine. All right. Oh, it's very, very small font. Let me zoom in. Okay, here we go. When I think about Keith, I am reminded that the best songs come from the gutter. But it is a hell of a place to fish when you have to sit on the curb. What do you use for bait? A piece of red cloth will do, or a candy wrapper. Good songs jump right on your hook, and the hook is in the song for good. Keith can grit his teeth, and he can voice a chord with his upper lip. And when the night is winding down, Keith sounds like an orchestra turning up. A blue schema in a wavy glass mirror, like partially melted chords left out in the sun too long. And if you listen to the chords that fall out of Keith's coat, it is like Broadway out of focus. An electric powder blue fog bank with hundreds of tunes inside, crying. They are like fish just dying to get down in the pan and start frying. Feathers, fingernails, scabs, and scars. Some songs are written on the way to the studio in rented cars. Never confuse the amount of time it takes with the depth of the duende, eh? Keep the tape rolling, Keith thinks. I'm sitting on a big egg, and it needs another minute or so before I can blow my top. Keith, long may you twirl, splash, curl, slash, take a blue marble and turn it into a 49 Mercury, saw the girl in half, and make the elephant disappear. Happy birthday, Keith. The big 80 is here. Slap it in the face and wake it up. Love, Tom W. Nice. Cool, there you go. There's a bit of spur of the moment poetry, spontaneous poetry. Oh, I don't know. You guys know what I mean. A happy find, a lucky find, a lucky find. Anyone else before we break? Anyone else got some cool ideas for public figures to write a poetry collection? And then we'll go for break, and I'll get some. I would pay good money for a poetry collection from Eminem. Yeah, 100%, 100%. Like a like I know people will say, and myself included, will turn around and say, just buy a book of lyrics, right? But I would love uh consciously Eminem sitting down to write a book of poems. Not like lyrics from his raps, but like consciously sitting down purposefully. There you go. Purposefully sitting down to write a book of poems. A fearlessly political collection. I think he would kill that. I think he would kill that. Dave Berman from uh, Silver Dews and Purple Mountains is a great poet. Okay. Dave Berman. Okay, there you go. But what about people that aren't poets, Jeff? Is there anyone that's like a public figure that I don't know if I, so for me, I feel like Tom Waits, I knew without knowing I knew. Like Tom Waits is the kind of person you know sits down to write poetry. But are there anyone that like is there anybody that you wouldn't expect to write poetry but would just love it if they did? From interviews, Emma Watson seems the type who would write in private, but Emma Stone seems the type to fascinate. I could see a collection from Emma Stone's for sure. I don't know if I could see a collection from Emma Watson, but I think you're right. Yes, that would write in private. But I don't know that Emma Watson would bring one out. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, for sure. But that's not, yeah, sorry. I'm kind of, yeah, that wasn't what I was saying, was it? Just people you would like to see it from, whether you think they will or not. But yeah, I could see Emma Watson sitting privately writing poems for sure. In fact, I wouldn't mind a poetry collection from Tom Felton. Um, I read his autobiography and it was amazing. It was a fascinating read, a relatable read, unfortunately, and I think he could come up with some good poems. I actually spoke to his people. He's got great people. I was trying to get him on board as a patron for the Surrey laureateship because he lives in Surrey. Um, and it came close. It came close, but no cigar. Heath Ledger wrote poetry. Yeah, Heath Ledger is definitely someone I can see writing poetry and in another world release a book of poems. I don't think his estate will ever release them, but I would be really interested to read it. He was a real artist. So yeah, for sure, he was definitely um, an artist. Benedict Cumberbatch or James McAvoy, I'd pay for their poetry. Interesting. I could see James McAvoy writing writing. I don't even know what accent that is. Writing poetry. I can see him writing poetry. Um, I can see James McAvoy writing poetry for sure. Deadpool, interesting. Yes, I would buy a book of Deadpool poetry for sure. Michael Stipe's poetry. Okay, okay, nice. Yeah, fictional characters. Interesting. Now there's a. Do you know who? Sorry, sorry. Uh, I would love a. I would have loved a poetry collection from Robin Williams, not just because of Dead Poets Society at all. I feel like Robin Williams was such a beautiful soul. I reckon he would write some beautiful nature poems and just poems about the good side of humanity. Because he's got some very poetic quotes attributed to him, right? He said some beautiful stuff. Natalie Portman, interesting. She's incredibly smart, and her dual nationalism would provide an interesting POV. Um, I don't know much about Natalie Portman actually, other than Star Wars, I'm sad to say. So yeah, interesting. Robin Williams' poetry would be beautiful. Yes, it would. Yeah, Heath Ledger's would be a good read. I have no doubt. I have no doubt. Okay, guys, let's take a 5 minute break or a 4 minute break. Well, it will be 5 minutes because the song plays for 5 minutes. But if you missed it, one last time, there's the link to Paws and Wings. I'm gonna go and get a bit of throat lozenges or some sort of lubrication. Johnny Depp, he was definitely on my video of collections I would like to see for sure. Um, yeah, he's a huge poetry fan as well, by the way. I keep umming and ahhing to try and figure out how I can get a letter to him to see if he'd like be a patron or something. Because he's a huge poetry fan, and he's moved to England as well. He lives in England now. When he's not like his main residence is here in England now, which is nice. Um, but he's a big beat poetry fan. I think there is a poem of his out there somewhere. I'm sure I remember reading somewhere. Or he's the patron of the Beat Poetry Society or something like that. Anyway, let's take a 5 minute break. There are 5 copies left of Paws and Wings. I've just put the link in the chat, and I'll see you in 5 minutes. Woo! Hello, we're back. High energy. I'm not high, I swear. I'm just super tired. So yeah, before anyone thinks that, uh, sorry, I forgot to mute this. I'm not high. I'm just super tired. Welcome back to Conversing with Poets. We love hearing your thoughts and opinions. Thank you, Nightbot. Let me just quickly catch up on the chat. Hello, by the way, Nikki. Thanks for joining. Welcome back to the stream. Where did we get to? It was a good week for reunions. Tears for Fears has a new song and will be dropping an album soon. Oasis are back together and like breaking Ticketmaster or whatever. But let's not say that company's name again because from what I can tell, they're assholes. Um, and charging like 100 grand. Did you guys see that? There's a ticket to Oasis for 100 grand, I think it was. Something stupid like that. Linkin Park got back together too, but I'm not sure I like their new female singer. I mean, she's got some pipes on her, but yeah, it's an interesting take, really, isn't it? It's has it been 10 years? It's been 10 years, right? Like Queen has Adam Lambert. At least they used to. I don't know if they still do. It's a difficult one, really, because obviously the other band members want to keep the legacy going and stuff. Like when Charlie Watts died, so for those who don't know, the Rolling Stones are like my all-time favorite band. And when Charlie Watts died, I've never seen the Stones before, and I would have paid so much money to go and see them, right? But when Charlie Watts died, and I'm probably gonna hate, I will kick myself in the head fiercely for this in the future, I'm sure. But I don't know if I want to go and see the Stones now because it's not the Stones without Charlie Watts. And any musicians here in the chat will probably agree with me. I'm not a musician, but Charlie Watts as a drummer was such a big was as important to the Stones as Keith Richards and Mick Jagger was as a drum player. Um, it was fantastic. But even without Ronnie Wood, right? It's not the Stones anymore. So I don't think I could ever go and see them. Now, unfortunately, when the inevitable day comes when we lose another Stone, I'll probably hate myself for not going to see them as the band that they are now. I'm certain of it, but I can't bring myself to do it. I think the choice of a female singer is smart. A male singer would feel too much of a replacement. This feels like a new chapter. The original singer's son is pissed. I saw his post reads like very raw grief. It does. I haven't seen this yet. Oh, Mike is the only original member left of Linkin Park. Oh, I did not know this. And people forget that while Chester was instrumental, no pun, in the final sound, he isn't the founding member. Why should the other bandmates stop? Well, yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult because on the one hand, I kind of want to say, well, leave Linkin Park alone and form a new band with a new title. But then again, it's just as much the other members' band as it is anyone else's. It's a tough line. It's a tough tightrope to balance on, I guess. But yeah, that's my position with the Stones. Like maybe I'm just stubborn and like I refuse to go and see them because they're no longer the Stones. Even though Ronnie Wood isn't an original member, right? Even though Ronnie Wood isn't an original member, but he's more. I feel like he's more of a Rolling Stones than. Oh, I forget the guy's name. He OD'd in a swimming pool. I shouldn't have said that. YouTube's gonna demonetize me now. Brian, is it Brian? It's not Brian May. That's Queen. Oh. Anyway, is someone gonna? Can someone correct me in the chat before I Google it? Someone's gonna get it. Original Rolling Stones. No disrespect. I know his name. It's when I read it, There's the picture of him, was it? All members of the Rolling Stones. I have mics. Who were the original Rolling Stones? Mick Jagger, Richards, Bill Wyman, and Brian Jones. I was right with Brian. I was right with Brian. Bill Wyman and Brian Jones. What's Brian? What's Bill Wyman up to these days? Oh, he's still playing with it? Anyway, going off topic. Form a new band like New Order formed after Joy Division. I have Mike's solo album after Chester died. Who was that other band that's going viral at the moment for like kicking off on stage? There's another band that started fighting each other. Brian Jones, that's it. Thank you, Herb. Yeah, yeah. Ronnie Wood just feels like he fits in, but he's not an original Stones. So uh, you could say that. Yeah, who's that band? There's a band going viral right now for like fighting on stage, and Liam Gallagher chimed in on Twitter or something. Does anyone know? Aerosmith, I know. Yeah, I know. Aerosmith had to retire like mid-tour, didn't they? Steven's voice is gone. I mean, Steven's voice was like something else. How old is Steven Tyler? Must be like, I mean, fair play to all these rock stars. Like, they're still going. Steven Tyler. There is, I've kind of gone off Oprah massively. Actually, not kind of. I've gone off Oprah, but there's the most amazing Jane's Addiction. That's it in Boston. Yeah, that's the one. Unrelated, but Kravitz was a machine at the VMAs. I didn't even know the VMAs were still going until like the other day when Moon Men's posts started popping up with what's her name? Oh, he's 76. Sabrina Carpenter kissing an alien or something. 76. Yeah, I mean, fair play. Like, but there's an amazing documentary with Oprah on Steven Tyler. I forget what it's called, but she basically stays with him at his log cabin by the lake, and he just lives he lives my dream life, man. A log cabin on the lake, going for early morning swims, going for walks in the woods. It's really great. If you YouTube Oprah Steven Tyler, even no matter how you feel about Oprah, since the whole Hawaii thing, maybe it's a conspiracy theory, maybe not, I don't know. But the thing that got me was when her and Dwayne Johnson was asking for donations, and they're like billionaires. I don't know. I don't. Anyway, Jeff Taylor needs to put me in a timeout because I very nearly went into politics realms. So Jeff needs to put me on the naughty step for 5 minutes. Jeff, uh, we forgot to do that this week. Jeff needs to put me in timeout for 5 minutes for almost stepping into politics. Um, but whatever you feel, it's really kind of it's a great like little documentary. I forget what it's called. The next chapter or something. The next chapter. It's such an enjoyable watch. And if you haven't already, Steven Tyler's autobiography is quite a read as well. He talks about getting high with Jim Morrison. For any Jim Morrison fans, I know Raven is. It makes an interesting read. I think it was Jim Morrison. I'm sure it was Jim Morrison. Oprah, Steven Tyler. It was on YouTube. The whole episode was on YouTube. Yeah, it's called The Next Chapter. If you can catch that, I, I think it's a really enjoyable watch, quite honestly. If you're into like old rock stars and stuff. Anyway, cheers guys. Oh, that's good on the throat. That's nice. That's nice. Delicious and refreshing. That wasn't my words. That's Coca-Cola's words. Delicious and refreshing. By the way, for the channel members that are watching, thank you so much for your messages on the members video this week. I'm sorry I kind of broke. I didn't know that was coming. I knew I'd been feeling down. It's been a rough week, but I didn't think I was gonna. I mean, I sort of held it together, but I didn't expect the floodgates to open a little bit there. But thank you for your nice messages. I appreciate it a lot. My message didn't post. Oh no. Is that Nightbot again? I'm in top chat again. Hang on, let me go over to live chat. One of these days I'll finally catch on to change it every stream over to live chat. But Nikki, in part one, before you joined us, we were talking about the sycamore gap tree. There's a poet that's doing like a reading and a commemoration. Um, Hence the title about being ugly sisters. I'm pro politics, Adam. I won't say anything. Passed a checklist on the. Hang on, there's a plane going over. I don't know if you can hear it. This mic does a good job. It's also raining. There's taps on the roof as well. But this mic does a good job of unmute mic, set chat to all, etc. Oh, I got you. Okay, okay, I got you. A checklist on the put a checklist on the wall above the camera. Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I do have a whiteboard. I do have a whiteboard. Maybe I just need like a, this is old. This is from my self-publishing video that I have here with my little notes. But yeah, unmute mic is definitely one. I like that. Set chat to all, etc. I like the unmute mic. Yeah. Yes, I've seen that. Kate something. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly. Exactly. So we were kind of talking about that and how nice it is that poetry is cropping up here and there, and um, you'll probably remember quite a few streams I've talked about the C.A. Conrad quote about being ugly sisters of the art world. I said that Oprah. I said that Oprah intro. This heart's in the way. Oh, okay. I said that Oprah introduced us to idiots like Dr. Phil and Dr. Oz. I don't know. I've never even heard of Dr. Oz. I know who Dr. Phil is. Um, I'd never really watched it, but I can imagine the sort of thing that is. I mean, yeah. The fact that Jeremy Kyle, I don't know if our US friends know who Jeremy Kyle is, count yourself lucky. The fact that Jeremy Kyle is still being given a voice in this country pisses me off. The fact that, yeah, yeah. We're going into politics again. Did you see that Nikita Gill is going to be hosting a children's poetry workshop with the British Legion? Oh, nice. I was going to send you the link, but I'm a bit anti-social media at the moment. Okay, no, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. I've been a bit, I've had a week as well myself, so I've been, Kyle is the British Springer, yeah. And not the good British Springer, like my boy Harry. Jeremy, oh shit, what's his first name? Springer. Is it Jeffrey Springer? I've forgotten Springer's first name. Jeremy Springer? Jerry, there it is. Jerry Springer, thank you. I forgot his first name. Spaniels rule the world. Yeah, they do. You know they do. C.A. Conrad lives in Massachusetts. Yeah, I've really come to like him since discovering this very clip. Uh, I appreciated what they had to say. Keep doing that. Gotta stop. They cancel out all the bad middle-aged white man talk show hosts. Yes, but they don't look at. But reality TV in general is just well, it's not even reality TV anymore, is it? If it ever really was. But they don't look after the people that go on these shows. There's no aftercare. They say there's aftercare, but I never liked. I saw right through Jeremy Cole even when it was the big sort of big hit of the TV. Anyway, we love. Oh no, that's Nightbot. I'm going to get CA to feature at my reading. That would be so awesome. Try to get him to come anyway. That'd be so awesome. I'd be very jealous if he did. It's a bus day today, so you have a good sleep while I'm working. Night all. Thank you so much, Mark. I appreciate you being here. I don't know if you was at the Poco Chatmo meeting yesterday. For those who were at the Poco Chatmo meeting yesterday, I apologize. I did pop in for 10 minutes, but then I had to get back. So, but yeah, keep up the good work, Mark, and hopefully see you on the 21st for the publication meeting. Nightbot, what are you doing? You're everywhere, man. What are you doing? Pointing out how fake scripted reality is now. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Makes me die inside. There's this new reality show that keeps coming up on my Instagram with Rylan Clark right now, and I see the poster and I want to put my head through a glass window. Through a glass window as opposed to a wooden window? I don't know why I said a glass window. As opposed to a window made out of, I suppose, perspex. Yeah, I'm gonna give myself a break. You can get perspex windows. I avoid all reality TV shows. You're very smart, Raven. I think we got to the Zoom chat on the half hour. Okay, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm just glad that you went ahead with it anyway, because I think it's fun to just check in and socialize with each other, even if you don't talk about Poco Chatmo, which I think gathering from the comments on the forum, I think you guys just had a good chat, which is great anyway, because it just means you guys get to know each other better. I've been thinking of finally taking up one of the suggestions Jeff made back when it was Garage Poets, and doing a I don't know if I'd do it weekly or monthly. I feel like weekly might be a bit much starting out, but I also think it would be kind of cool anyway. And doing the Zoom open mic that you mentioned, it might have even been last year at this point. I'm doing like a Zoom open mic through the Poetry Cove and then streaming it to YouTube. So if you guys have friends that aren't members of the Cove, we can stream it over to the Poetry Cove YouTube so they can watch. And it would be like an international poetry open mic. I'm sure that's been done before, but that idea excites me a little bit. An international poetry open mic, that would be cool. Sports and reality TV are two things I can't get into. It's a really good idea. Yeah, I remember Garage Poets. I remember Jeff bringing it and suggesting it in one of these streams. It could have even been last year at this point, but I just haven't had the capacity. I just haven't had the capacity to do more than what I'm already doing. But Herb and Poco Chapman has shown me that we have a tight knit community and family on the Poetry Cove, so it might be something that we can do. But Raven and channel members, having seen this week's channel members video, channel members are gonna like full on punch me in the face for even saying that I'm thinking about doing something else. I know if Danny and Mitch are even watching this, they will literally drive to my house and punch me in the face. That would be cool, so long as I got to the Zoom call. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like that. That would be cool as long as I get to the call. That'd be super cool. I would try once a month to start and take it from there. Yeah. I would definitely attend your open mic. if you did it once a month, you could organize it so you have an open mic fortnightly with the Stains one, right? Yeah. Don't overstretch yourself. No comment. I miss hearing you say garage. Oh yeah. Garage, garage, garage. Jeff. That's the new thing. Jeff. I can't remember. I can't even remember what happened last week for me to go Jeff. For us all to go Jeff. I can't even remember what it was. I would, but I can't right now. Give me a couple of days to recover. Okay, that's cool. Okay, I've got a few days to hide and run away. Yeah, Jeff. And you don't want a punch from Mitch. This is a good point. This is a good point. But we got a couple days for me to get a head start to run away to the coast or something and hide. Oh man, you guys are awesome. Love you guys. Oh dear, sounds like you've had a rough one. Who, me or Mitch? I love it. Jeff, garage. Did you go out with your friends? I did. Mitch was one of them. Yeah, Mitch was one of them. So you guys, you might even be able to tell if you look at his profile picture. But you guys have definitely called me. You guys have definitely heard me call Mitch champ because he does boxing, and Mi- Mitch was fighting yesterday, which is why I've lost my voice. And then today, yes, I went up London and met Bruno. I think some of you guys might know Bruno, might have seen Bruno pop in, probably heard me talk about Bruno. Um, so I did, yes, I did, Raven. To be fair, right now would be best for you, so I might just ride up. See you in 30 minutes. Okay. Oh, and that's the end of the live stream. I'm out of here. I need to go and hit the road and run away because I'm about to get a punch to the face. Oh no. Yeah, that's why I got a sore throat because I was shouting at Mitch. I wasn't shouting at Mitch. I was shouting words of encouragement and support for Mitch. But also, I was shouting because there was music and it was really loud. So I was constantly like shout talking, if that's a thing. I was shout talking to the person next to me. No, not the face, the arm. I'm not that mean. Oh, I can take a punch to the arm. That's fine. That's fine. That's a great reason to lose one's voice. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Although that sounds suspicious. Shawking? Shawking? I like that. Shawking. Yeah, it does sound like yeah, it does sound like something that would be NSFW. Wait, are we on the same page with that? Is that what you was if that is that what you meant? Or have I just got a dodgy brain, dodgy mind? Oh, we absolutely are. Okay, good. I thought I'd just inadvertently shown myself up to be a scoundrel. I don't know. I didn't want the stream to get shadow banned by me saying something dodge. You know what? I like it's since that first stream with Matt Wall. Uh, not like nothing against Matt Wall, but we've like before that I was getting demonetized left, right, and center I haven't been demonetized for a while, but I don't know if you guys remember, there was a period where almost every other video I was putting out, including live streams, was being demonetized, and we couldn't figure out why. Uh, and at one point, it's because we were mentioning dating apps or something. I don't know if you remember that, guys. And so from that point, I was like, oh my God, like I gotta walk on eggshells on YouTube. And then we had Matt Wall on the stream for the first time, and obviously Matt's got a great character and stuff. And during that stream, I was like, "There's no way this video is getting monetized." Yeah, getting monetized. And then YouTube didn't say a thing, like didn't bat an eyelid. And from that point onwards, I'm like, I have no idea how YouTube's algorithm works. I have no idea how YouTube determines what gets monetized and what gets demonetized. Because we literally had streams that were demonetized where I didn't say boo to a goose, other than we spoke about, like, even now I don't even know. I don't even know. We were talking about swiping left and swiping right, and I'm sure that's all we said. And that was at the start of doing these streams, when I would always watch them back after every stream to kind of try and learn from them. I don't do that so much now. Maybe, excuse me, maybe I should, but it makes no sense, Raven. It really doesn't. Matt has the YouTube in his pocket, clearly. Yeah, I don't get it. I really don't get it. So from that point onwards, I've just like, whatever. Whatever. It is what it is. I can't control it. Maybe YouTube was just, they were just testing my patience, right? They were testing my resolve to see if I'd stick it out through all the demonetizations. Yeah, you get it. You guys get it. Maybe it was the excessive shouty capitals. After all, it's a sore spot with Nightbot. Maybe it was, Nikki. Maybe you kept getting us demonetized with your capital letters. All your talking. That's it. YouTube and Adam Gary are the real online love story. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Hashtag my bad. No, YouTube is okay. It's doing all right. It just released a new feature for partners about brand memberships. I don't know what it's called. Brand Direct or something like that. So if you haven't hit that like button, guys, make sure you hit that like button, because uh, it really does help the channel. As I've said before, I'm aiming for 10,000 subs, and hopefully get through that, get some video sponsorships. And if I can go to brands and say my videos get so and so amount of likes, the bigger that figure, the better, obviously. So if you haven't already, please hit that like button and hit that subscribe if you're not. Gary. I called myself Alan last week. Last week was insane. Last week I did a whole damn intro completely muted. I called myself Alan, and we hit 32 likes whilst live. So last week was a whole thing, man. Last week will go down in history, in channel history. Alan, Alan, thank you so much for that like. I just saw someone hit that like button. Thank you so much. And even Nightbot, right on cue. Good job. Good job, Nightbot. Don't forget to hit that like button, poets. Hmm. Well, hey, oh, thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Thank you for those hearts. I was just about to sign out, unless there's anyone's got any like burning questions for me, or for folks in the chat about poetry or the meaning of life. Don't ask me about the meaning of life. Right now I'm so tired. I'd give you some BS answer. Thank you so much for those likes. I did those hearts. I saw them come in. Um, yeah, unless anyone's got some burning questions, yeah, cool. We're having a party as well. Yeah, someone's having a party. Um, I think I'm gonna get a nice, good night's sleep, hopefully. I feel like as soon as my head hits that pillow, I'm gone. So don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit subscribe. I know I didn't post again this week. I apologize, members. You saw the video, you understand why. Um, I do have an idea for a video. I just need to film it and edit it. Join us on the Poetry Cove for Poco Chatmo, poetrycove.com/forum. Scroll down to Poco Chatmo 24. I missed the info about your new chat book. Can I get a quick recap? This is Paws and Wings. It doesn't come with any poetry. It's just a front cover and back cover. Poetry sold separately. No, that's a joke. It does come with poetry. Um, my bad. That was me. No, it's fine, man. Have a party, bro. Like, have a party. It's cool. We're all having a party. Um, when you're having a party, everyone's having a party. That's the joys of life, chat. Uh, what was I saying? Yeah, this is Paws and Wings. This is the new chapbook. This is the cover. This is the back cover. It's limited to just 10. So Fungal Matter was 15 and has now completely sold out because two awesome, lovely people bought the last two chapbooks on the website tonight. This is now live on the Mitch is having a party. This is now live on the website. The signed 5 copies have sold. There are only 5 copies left. adamgary.co.uk/shop, I'm pretty sure. Let me see if it's still. Can I still paste it? I can. There's the link. If you wanted to grab a copy, I'd really, really appreciate it. There will be poetry in it, and I'll ship it out next week. Nikki, if you, once I finish this live stream, if you wait maybe 5 minutes, it usually takes about 5-10 minutes. I did read 3 poems from the chapbook as well, if you'd like to hear those before potentially getting a copy, just to make sure that you're interested. I don't know. As much as I'd hate to close the party down for Mitch, I'm gonna say good night. But Mitch will be having a party until the early hours, maybe. Who knows? Mitch is having a party. I love that for you, Mitch. That's great. I'm gonna go and have a sleep. So thank you so much, guys, for being here. Once again, members, thank you so much for your lovely comments on the members video this week. And I'll see you all, guys. I see you all, guys. I see you guys all next week. Good night, guys. Have a good week ahead. Happy writing. See you for Poco Chatmo if you're taking part. And just stay safe and be good. Or don't be good. Who wants to be good?